Russian political focus tree, because there's a lot more to it now than just basically before, where there was the obvious path you would always go down, with it slightly tweaking. Based on which type of government you wanted to have. And now, it's a lot more expansive. There's tons of more stuff you can influence, and you have to deal with more focuses to unlock things. And yeah, there's just generally a lot more to it, and I really like that. Because generally it seems like, compared to when I was last playing, Russia is just a whole lot more interesting to play as. More civil war in China? Lovely. Honestly, in Kaiserreich, it's more unbelievable to see China not fighting itself than anything. If you look over at China at any given time in Kaiserreich, after things have started happening, like as not, they will be punching themselves in the face. Also, Belgium has just declared independence, so I bet you Germany's going to attack them. Or potentially the Dutch will grab part of Belgium, I don't know. Wait, is Germany not immediately going to war with Belgium? That's odd. Support for the Polish National Committee. Yes. The Russian-Polish relationship is a stormy one. I believe we call that a massive freaking understatement, but yeah. Let's see. We are going to be funding Polish nationalists. There's something deeply humorous to me about the prospect of a Russian republic in the middle of the 20th century funding a Polish nationalists' fight for freedom against an empire. We're going to go down the End the Vilnius Agreement path, because this will let us start doing some decision stuff to make it so that Germany doesn't basically own the Russian economy. And that can only be a good thing, I'm sure you'll agree. That can only be a good thing. Let's see. Land reforms in Turkestan. Yeah, you can have your bloody tribunal. Now, things continue to happen. I believe is how we say this. Someone's been assassinated in the Caucasus, and more resistance. Dropping up a bit, anyways. And it would appear that there's an alliance forming in the Balkans. Glad to see some things never change. Doesn't matter how many versioned updates there are. The Greeks, Serbians, and Romanians will always band together to try and punch Bulgaria's face in. Fall of Sydney. Yeah, I haven't really been paying any attention to the whole Australian war thing, but the Canadians just took Sydney and are attacking Canberra. Yep. Though generally I find the AI doesn't do a spectacular job at naval invasion, so we'll see how long that lasts. I remember I had one game where the Canadians invaded the Union of Britain through Scotland, and they took basically all of Scotland and were pushing into Leeds. But the Union eventually fully forced them off the Isles, so the AI is not great at maintaining naval offensives. Is the point I'm trying to make. Also, Mustafa Kemal has taken power in the Ottoman Empire. Again. And we are freezing the Vilnius Accord. You cannot basically own our economy, Germany. Screw you. Sponsor Belgrade. Yeah, we can get a lot more involved with international politics in this version of things, and I rather like that. So start dealing with this German capital stranglehold. Now, I'll be nationalizing that oil production, thank you. On American shores, so we have another flying ace. Well, unlike the Navy, we'll actually be using our flying aces at the very least to have air support during our wars and stop ourselves from getting bombed into forced retreats or something.